Hello, my name is Julie Brefczynski-Lewis, and I'm going to be doing a little contemplation and meditation today about what happens when you have an upsetting interpersonal interaction. I am not going to say what just happened, but it was a delivery that was supposed to happen, and they arrived and were quite rude and actually drove off backwards. So it was a very strange experience, and of course an experience like that really takes you by surprise. Get your heart rate going, you feel kind of a little upset. And so, it might be someone it might be a neutral person, or it might be someone that's repeatedly given you a hard time. But when these events happen, it takes up a lot of real estate in your head. And really, is it worth all that real estate? And so that's maybe the first question is, you can go over it again. You could, think about, the rudeness of the action, or, feel righteously justified, but is it worth that? If you were, told that, you were going to, die tomorrow or something like that, would you spend your time, your kind of precious day thinking about it? So that's maybe the first thing. Is, some people actually, when they receive like something like a life-threatening diagnosis, actually, some people understandably get quite down, but other people feel like a real zest and actually, live their remaining time with if they have the health to do it, with such zeal that it can be kind of I don't know how to describe it, but kind of like an awakening, like you kind of wake up from your doldrums a little bit. So maybe thinking about that. The other thing is, okay, well, can I use the experience? Okay, I maybe thought about that, negative interaction for quite a while, and all of a sudden you start to feel, bad about that, right? Or and so the key is just meeting yourself where you are. Okay, I understandably had some upset, and maybe using some relaxation techniques that you can find in videos on our YouTube and Facebook page to take like a 3-part breath, relax yourself a little bit. And if you find yourself still thinking about some kind of negative encounter, you're going to think, well, how can I use this? I mean, certainly this is not to make one completely passive. We do plan to we already did complain. It's going to happen to other people, so you have a sense of, trying to advocate for better interactions. And then you also know that there are system elements at play. It's not necessarily individuals. Sometimes people have bad days. Sometimes the system has certain pressures on people that may make things happen. So you think, okay, well, how can I use this for personal growth? How can I use this as an example? I'm maybe using that to talk about in this video. Like, maybe it'll help someone. It's a common encounter. Everyone's going to experience some sort of weird mishap where you're just like, really? Did that just happen? Right? And so trying to make use of moments, even if you find yourself in the middle of the night thinking about something that happened, and you're like, oh gosh, now I'm wasted all night thinking about it. Maybe you can help someone else in the future about that, and maybe it can become a personal growth experience if you can just look at it a little bit, give it a little bit of Now here, I seem to be contradicting myself. A little bit of space in your head without judgment, but also understanding that you probably, by thinking and thinking and thinking about it, aren't going to come up with, a solution just by thinking for hours about something that happened, right? Actually taking some time to do some mindfulness, and if it returns to you, just letting whatever play out, not indulging in it, but also not pushing it away, just noticing how thoughts about the encounter come and go. So that's what we're going to do now. So get in a nice seated posture. Try to get your spine as tall as you can. And then just follow your breath. Your breath is your friend. It's always there. You don't have to slow the breath down or do anything special. You just notice the breath there. And if there's thought about whatever's going on in your life, that's fine. It just appears. And then usually it kind of just sees its way out the door after a bit. So see if you can notice how that happens. We'll just sit quietly for a few minutes. And as you slowly come back into your space, notice how the thoughts are without analyzing them too much. Just kind of do a 5-point check. If you can feel some gratitude, that can be helpful for when these things happen. Gratitude towards loved ones in your life, good situations, and as you progress, you can start to have gratitude towards the mishaps too. They can teach you a lot. Without challenges, it's difficult to grow. And So you have a sense of, okay, I learned something about myself. I was able to work with some emotions. Maybe it can be a benefit to myself later or to others in my life. So with that, I wish you a wonderful day.